When you meet someone you think is incredibly special, it's easy to lose sight of your own value. The truth is, no one person is more special than another, and placing someone on a pedestal only leads to unnecessary stress and mistakes. The person you're idolizing is just like anyone else, and the moment you see them that way, you regain your power. It's important to remember that there are many amazing people in the world, and if one person doesn't see your worth, there are others who will. Don't waste your energy obsessing over one individual. Instead, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. That's when you'll naturally attract those who truly value you. The reason some people seem to succeed with minimal effort is that they know their worth and set high standards for themselves. They don't chase others, nor do they compromise their time or energy just to please someone. When you prioritize your growth, you naturally elevate yourself above the need to constantly seek approval or affection from others. A person who is confident in their abilities, who has built themselves up, is inherently attractive because they are not desperate. They are focused on their own journey. The less you focus on impressing others, the more authentic and powerful you become. Many self-help books and so-called dating gurus will tell you how to win someone over, how to make them fall for you, and how to always get the person you want. But the real secret is to forget all of that. Don't spend your time obsessing over how to win someone's affection. Instead, dedicate that time to building yourself up. The better version of yourself will naturally attract better people into your life. Improving yourself, mentally, physically, and financially, will always be a better investment than learning techniques to get someone's attention. If you focus on improving yourself, you'll see that the right relationships will come into your life as a bonus, not as something you have to chase. It's much easier to work on yourself to reach a high level of success, and then attract people who appreciate that, rather than spending all your energy chasing people. Running around, trying to get validation from others might get you a little attention, but it will never bring you lasting fulfillment. Instead of pursuing meaningless connections, invest that energy in yourself. Learn new skills, improve your health, work on your mindset. These are the things that will make you genuinely attractive and will help you retain high-quality relationships when they do come into your life. The idea of approaching thousands of people just to get a few numbers or go on a few dates is exhausting and ultimately pointless. It's like running on a treadmill, constantly putting in effort, but never really getting anywhere. Rather than wasting time and energy on superficial connections, invest in becoming someone who is worth knowing, someone with depth, ambition, and confidence. When you work on yourself, you're not just preparing to attract others, you're also preparing to keep them. Attracting someone is one thing, but maintaining a meaningful relationship requires you to be a person of substance, someone who others respect and admire. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, the person you're interested in might be interested in someone else. They might be talking to someone who has more resources, more experience, or simply more confidence. It's important to understand that, at times, you will be outmatched, and that's perfectly fine. The key is to handle these situations with grace and dignity. Don't beg for attention, don't lower yourself to win someone over, and don't lose your self-respect. If things aren't working out, it's better to walk away with your head held high and try again later. The moment you resort to desperate measures, you lose the respect not only of others, but also of yourself. Keep your dignity intact and understand that sometimes things don't go your way, and that's okay. There are factors you cannot control when it comes to relationships. Sometimes the timing isn't right. Sometimes the person you're interested in isn't ready or isn't looking for what you have to offer. The most important thing to remember is that you can only control your own actions and responses. You can control how you present yourself, how you treat others, and how much value you place on yourself. Your body language, your confidence, and your mindset are all within your control. Instead of focusing on what you cannot change, focus on what you can. Your own growth, your own happiness, and your own journey. The concept of game, trying to figure out what to say, how to act, and how to manipulate a situation to get what you want, is flawed. The truth is, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to relationships. What works for one person may not work for another because everyone is different. Just like in any other area of life, authenticity is key. You can learn the basics, but ultimately, you need to develop your own style, one that is true to who you are. Pretending to be someone you're not will only work for so long before the facade crumbles. The only way to build something meaningful is to be yourself. When it comes to attracting and keeping the right people in your life, the most important thing you can do is to be the best version of yourself. This doesn't mean being perfect. It means being genuine, confident, and always striving to improve. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance or showing off. It means knowing your worth, being comfortable with who you are, and being able to lead when necessary. It's about having direction in your life and not needing others to validate your choices. Confidence is about picking the restaurant and sticking with it, even if your date isn't impressed, because you're sure of yourself and your decisions. Women, like anyone else, are attracted to confidence. They don't want to make all the decisions or be with someone who is unsure of themselves. They want to be led, to be taken on an adventure. They want someone who knows what they want and isn't afraid to go after it. This doesn't mean being controlling or overbearing. It means being decisive and sure of your actions. You don't need to be rude or dismissive to show confidence. In fact, true confidence is often quiet and calm. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and not needing to prove anything to anyone. If you're one of the rare men who can be confident without being arrogant, who can lead without being controlling, and who can be assertive without being aggressive, you will stand out. Most people confuse confidence with arrogance, and as a result, many women end up with men who are simply full of themselves. But if you can show true confidence, the kind that comes from self-assurance and a genuine sense of purpose, you will attract the right people into your life without having to try so hard. Ultimately, the message is simple. Focus on yourself. Believe that you're capable of anything. Stop worrying about what others think of you, and stop chasing people who don't see your worth. If you want to attract someone truly special, the best way to do it is by being someone special yourself. Not by pretending or trying to impress, but by genuinely becoming someone who is worth knowing. Work on your goals, take care of your health, build your career, and cultivate your skills. These are the things that make you attractive, not just to others, but to yourself. You have to get serious about your life. Life is not a game, it's serious, and your future depends on the choices you make today. Are you serious about your success? Are you serious about your health, your finances, and your relationships? If you're not taking these things seriously, then you're wasting your potential. The difference between those who reach incredible heights and those who do not is their level of commitment. If you want to achieve greatness, you need to take yourself seriously. No one else is going to do it for you. Don't let laziness or complacency hold you back. If you've had a bad week, learn from it and make the next week better. Growth comes from learning from your successes, but even more importantly, learning from your failures. Mistakes are a part of life, but repeating the same mistakes over and over is a choice. If you've been doing the same thing for years and it's not working, it's time to make a change. Life is about growth, and growth starts with education. Educating yourself, learning from your experiences, and never being too proud to admit when you need to change. The path to success is not easy, and it's not supposed to be. It's challenging, and it requires discipline. You need to take care of the small things before life will trust you with the big things. Everything matters, from the way you take care of your body to the way you treat others. Discipline in the small things leads to authority over the big things. It's easy to dismiss small actions as unimportant, but the truth is, everything adds up. Success is built on the foundation of small, consistent actions taken over time. In conclusion, remember that life is serious, and your future is in your hands. The only way to truly succeed is to focus on yourself and your journey. Don't waste your time chasing others or trying to impress people who don't matter. Instead, work on becoming the best version of yourself. Take your life seriously, commit to your growth, and never settle for less than you deserve. When you focus on yourself, everything else will fall into place. Opportunities will come and the right people will be drawn to you. But it all starts with you, with your determination, your discipline, and your willingness to be the best you can be. So get serious, get smart, and get going. The world is waiting for you to show up as your best self. Taking control of your life starts with understanding that every action counts. The little things you do each day might seem trivial, but they build the foundation for the person you are becoming. Each decision, each habit, and each effort you make toward becoming a better version of yourself compounds over time. The man who focuses on his growth and understands the importance of discipline knows that there are no shortcuts to success. He knows that everything he wants in life must be earned through hard work, resilience, and the willingness to learn from both failures and victories. Never underestimate the power of consistency. Whether it's waking up early to exercise, dedicating time to learn something new, or committing to your goals day in and day out, consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who merely dream. It's easy to start something, but the true test of character lies in seeing it through. The moments when it's hard, when giving up seems tempting, are the very moments that define who you are. Those who push through these times, who stay the course even when the going gets tough, are the ones who come out on top. Life isn't about finding the easy way. It's about finding the right way and sticking to it. Every time you choose to stay consistent, you're building a stronger foundation for your future. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine, continuing to improve your skills, or simply staying true to your word, each act of consistency is a brick in the wall of success. The road to greatness is paved with moments of perseverance. Those times when you chose to show up, even when no one was watching. Your commitment to yourself, to your vision, and to your potential is what sets you apart. Remember, there will always be challenges. There will always be moments that test your resolve, where it seems like the universe is conspiring against you. It's during these times that your character is forged. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but the real growth happens when you push forward despite the obstacles. Every successful person has faced setbacks, but the difference is that they used those setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. They didn't let failure define them. They let it refine them. One of the most powerful things you can do is to take responsibility for where you are and where you're going. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or even bad luck for your situation. But the truth is, the power to change lies within you. When you take ownership of your life, you stop being a victim and start being the architect of your future. You realize that every decision you make has an impact, and that the choices you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you have to be willing to do what most people won't. You have to be willing to put in the work, to make the sacrifices, and to stay committed even when it feels like you're not making progress. Success isn't always about making huge leaps. It's often about taking small, consistent steps in the right direction. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and putting in the effort. It's about doing the work when no one else is watching, because you know that's what it takes to get to where you want to be. It's also important to surround yourself with the right people. People who uplift you, who challenge you, and who support your growth. The people you spend time with have a significant impact on your mindset and your motivation. If you surround yourself with negative, complacent people, their attitude will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, positive individuals who are striving for greatness, you'll be inspired to do the same. Seek out those who push you to be better, who celebrate your successes, and who encourage you to keep going when times get tough. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself is not one that can be completed overnight. It is a lifelong commitment that requires dedication, patience, and resilience. You must be willing to face challenges head-on and embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when the progress seems slow, and when the obstacles feel insurmountable. But it is in those moments that your character is truly tested. It is in those moments that you have the opportunity to prove to yourself just how strong and capable you are. One of the most important lessons you can learn is that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a stepping stone toward it. Every failure, Every setback and every disappointment is an opportunity to learn and grow. It is an opportunity to reassess your approach, to make adjustments, and to come back stronger. The most successful people in the world are not those who have never failed. They are those who have failed repeatedly, but have refused to give up. They are the ones who have used their failures as fuel to keep going, to keep striving, and to keep believing in themselves. Another key aspect of becoming the best version of yourself is self-awareness. You must be willing to take an honest look at yourself, to acknowledge your strengths and your weaknesses, and to work on the areas that need improvement. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. It allows you to understand why you do the things you do, to identify patterns of behavior that may be holding you back, and to make the necessary changes to move forward. It is not always easy to confront your flaws, but it is a crucial part of the journey towards self-improvement. In addition to self-awareness, self-compassion is equally important. It is easy to be hard on yourself, to criticize yourself for your mistakes, and to feel like you are not doing enough. But the truth is, growth is not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, successes and failures, and moments of doubt. It is important to be kind to yourself during these times, to recognize that you are doing the best you can, and to give yourself the grace to make mistakes and learn from them. Self-compassion is not about making excuses for yourself. It is about understanding that you are human and that growth takes time. The journey to self-improvement is also about setting boundaries. You must be willing to protect your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. This means saying no to things that do not serve you, to people who drain you, and to situations that do not align with your goals. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It is necessary for your well-being. It allows you to focus on what truly matters, to prioritize your growth, and to create a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. It is about choosing yourself, even when it is difficult, and knowing that you are worthy of the best that life has to offer. Ultimately, the journey to becoming the best version of yourself is about embracing the process. It is about understanding that there is no finish line, no point at which you will have it all figured out. Growth is a continuous journey, one that requires you to keep learning, keep evolving, and keep striving for more. It is about being open to new experiences, being willing to take risks, and being unafraid to step outside of your comfort zone. It is about recognizing that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible, and that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself.